fucking lovely, to be fair. We were meant to go all out yesterday and like full send it on Valentine's Day, do you know what I mean, booed up. But we've been up since 3 and we were just absolutely dead and we couldn't muster it. So we got the cocktails, which you saw, and then we just headed home, got a big bottle of water and got an early night. But we're up, it's like 8 o'clock here. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, get coffee somewhere, and I'll bring you along for the ride. So the first thing we decided to do was to go and grab some food, and we went to this place called Califa de Leon. And this place was founded in 1968, but in 2024 it was awarded a Michelin star, and my God, it was so good. You can see guy over there flipping the steaks, his friend, she's flipping the corn tortillas, and they are working together to make an absolutely beautiful bite of food. And you might be thinking when you hear Michelin star, you know, Dan, you're an idiot, you're spunking your money on day 2. $2 a pop, these bad boys were, so think about that.
And the lights go out, days are long, and we're getting loud.
And after we ate, we went to this kiosk, and this is really interesting. This place was created in the 19th century as part of an exhibition in New Orleans, and then it was completely dismantled and then brought to Mexico, and it stood as a place where people would get their lottery winnings from, so they would shout out their names.
There's a time when we hold it back, and a time, baby, when we hold it.
And there's not too much else to report on today, to be fair. We did some mezcal tasting that I forgot to film. That's a Cybertruck. What's that doing there? Who knows? And then we kind of stumbled back home and got these tacos, which, yeah, I mean, some of the best bites of food I've ever had in my life. And I am thoroughly enjoying that. It's day 3. Let's fucking open the blinds, mate. Oh, lordy lord. He's looking fucking tasty, I can't lie. We're checking out this hotel at 1, and then we're heading straight to a hostel. So, goodbye. Nice fucking beds and hello, like centimetre thin mattresses, and someone fucking snoring all night. Game's a game. This is rather sophisticated, Dylan. So we've had breakfast, had a nice coffee, had a wander around. We were gonna go to a climbing gym, like a bouldering place, but it was closed. So I think we're gonna see if we can check into a hostel and then make our way to a big, like, it's a massive park in the center of Mexico City. And it has like a load of museums, load of stuff in it. So we're gonna have a look at that. And yeah, I'll take you along.
I don't wanna hide no more, we taking love for granted. I don't wanna hide no more if this is your answer.
Just gonna run us back, Dylan. What is this all about?
So this is, as you can see from the towers and the blinding plumes of fog and smoke, this is meant to represent the oppressive nature of the Industrial Revolution.
Wow.
And how the pursuit of manufacture has led to the degradation of the human experience.
I was actually thinking the exact same thing.
Here we go again. Here we go again. No time to begin. Oh, it's just better off as friends. I got questions, got no clue. What are we? How are you? My time is up and I'm heading home. What is the reason that you're holding on? I don't wanna hide no more. We taking love for granted.
This is what the hostel's looking like. I actually don't know what I was talking about in the first clip. It's fucking really nice, this place. Here's what it looks like from the 3rd floor. And if you go up a level, you get to a rooftop bar, which is really nice. After we checked in, we decided to look for a pool bar. And I think Dylan beat me 5-2 because he's a sweat and I have the hand-eye coordination of a 4-year-old. So this is the entrance to the ancient city of Teotihuacan. This place has some pretty fascinating history behind it, so I'd like to take you through some of it. This city dates to around 100 BC. That's the first signs of construction that they've got here. And the city fell apart through war about 700 AD. So there's 800 years of history in this city. And that makes it incredibly, incredibly old. I mean, you think 700 AD, at the end of the lifespan of this city, is still 700 years before the Aztec Empire even started. And it was actually the Aztecs that named the city Teotihuacan, and they thought that this city was built by their gods just because of the sheer scale of it. And being so old, it means that there's not a lot of written evidence available. There is evidence of language, but to this day, no one has been able to decipher it and understand its meaning. What we do have, however, is a lot of physical evidence to show that this place was a big centre of migration for all of Mesoamerica. And the reason for this is because the city served as a trade hub for the entire region. It linked cities around Mesoamerica economically so that they could exchange goods within the city. And this led to big time urban development. This city is the same size as ancient Rome, which is mental. It's absolutely huge. It was the biggest city built at the time of its creation in the whole world. The excavation site that you're seeing now is 10% of the size of the actual cities by some estimations. At its peak, they think that about 200,000 people lived in this city from all over and different parts of Mesoamerica and even parts of the Mayan region. Right, you've had a little bit of information about the whole city. Let's go into the specific temples that you can see. What you're seeing right now is the Pyramid of the Sun, and this is a big boy. This is a very big boy. This is the third largest pyramid in the world. And gonna be straight with you, no one really knows why it was built, but we've got some good guesses. One interpretation that I kind of find the most convincing is that this pyramid was actually built to stop volcanoes erupting. And there's 3 reasons why people think this is the case. Number 1 is that there is evidence that a massive volcano erupted in the area about a year before construction started. Number 2 is that this pyramid was rushed. It was built really quickly in comparison to others, almost as if they were trying to get the temple up as quick as possible in order to protect themselves. And the real piece of evidence that ties all of this together is that when they were excavating the inside of this pyramid, they found one of the largest manifestations of the city's fire god. And if we follow this line of thinking, it's almost as though they were trying to encapsulate the fire god to protect themselves from further volcanic activity. And whilst that might seem like an odd connection to make, the religions of these societies in Mesoamerica and then later on the Aztecs were deeply connected to the world and the earth, and their deities were in direct control of the things that were happening around them. So they see a volcano, and to them that might be a sign of the fact that a god could be displeased of them, the fact they haven't done something right in terms of their construction with their city. So once this volcano had erupted, some people think that they sprang into action to start making this pyramid in order to, quell the angers of the gods. So yeah, obviously that's an idea. We still don't know why it was built, but I find that line of thinking really interesting. We're going to move on to the far end of the city now and look at the Temple of the Moon. And in front of this temple, we have the main square, and this is the hub of the city. Just off the side there, archaeologists have found evidence of a feast prepared for Mayan ambassadors visiting for diplomatic reasons. And just to think, what a modern concept that is, to have, diplomats visiting from far regions to discuss issues, discuss political tensions, and for them to be offered a feast. That is just so interesting to me. I think a lot of the time when people cover topics like this, they focus on things that separate their culture from ours, stuff like human sacrifice and things like that. But what I find a lot more fascinating is the similarities. If you're a diplomat today, you go to a country and you have a meal, you have a big feast, and you talk about issues. And the same shit is happening 2,000 years ago. What? We're going to move back to the entrance now, to the first shot that you saw. This is the Pyramid of the Feathered Serpent. After they built the Pyramid of the Sun and the Moon, they moved to build this one. Because these temples are 100 years apart, you can actually see the artistic differences and the architecture style change. This temple is a lot smaller, and instead of plain walls going up to the top, you can see carved statues of their god. And this god is the feathered serpent, or Quetzalcoatl. And our guide offered a really interesting theory for why Quetzalcoatl looks the way they do. and why they might be worshipping it. So obviously water is a really important part of the religions of Mesoamerican societies, and Quetzalcoatl might be the manifestation of the water cycle. So in the stone carvings you can see it is meant to be a panther mixed with a snake mixed with a bird. That's what the animal is. And what this represents, okay, so the bird represents the sky where water is formed, and the panther's roar representing thunder and the following rainfall that comes after it, and the snake representing a bending, meandering river to represent groundwater. And again, yeah, that is one interpretation of what the god could be, but I just find that so satisfying. That works so well as an idea. So yeah, that's the extent of my research. This whole area is a complete rabbit hole that, I could go down researching for ages. But one last thing that I would kind of like to touch on is you're seeing right now stones, grey buildings, but at the time when people were living in this city, it would all be looking like this photo here. Red was a massive colour that you can see still kind of stained on the stones, but they would have been impressive colours all up of these pyramids. So hopefully that was somewhat interesting. Hopefully you stuck with me for a little bit of it. It's the first time I've kind of done something like this, and I've been wanting to do stuff like this for ages. So yeah, they'll get better and better as I go on. But for now, I'll see you in the next vlog, brother.